Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. And look at what I got here. There's nothing cuter than little duckies, right? Yeah, I know. I'm big and scary, bald and bearded, but I have a soft spot for little duckies. Hey, little duckies. And you can't go wrong with ducks. There's a reason they've been domesticated for. Oh, okay. Oh, they're like, they're voracious. They're like, what is that? They're gonna eat me. You can't go wrong with ducks. These happen to be jumbo Peking ducks, of course, and they're basically the same as your standard Pekin, except they get 2 or 3 pounds larger if they're a male, and the females will get about 2 pounds larger. So, what's that equal out to? I think I read somewhere like 15% larger than a normal Pekin or something. But ducks are super easy to care for. They're not as destructive as chickens. Chickens will go and you give a chicken enough time and they will scratch a mountain to, level a mountain out with their scratching. Ducks won't do that, of course. But ducks do like water, regardless of the breed. They like to have a pool, and they like to play in the water. So, you got to keep that in mind if you're wanting to raise duckies. But you can use that, use it to fertilize a spot really well. They're really good at cleaning up weeds and mind-blowingly amazing at getting rid of mosquitoes and flies. In fact, one of the ways that I feed my ducks and keep my feed costs down is I have a bucket of fermenting grain, and I'll put an egg into it with some corn, some wheat, whatever sorghum I have. And I'll put an egg into it, mix some water, and really nice and stinky, so it's attracting the soldier flies and the house flies. And the ducks love that. If you've ever seen a duck, it's amazing. Their necks will just go, they'll like shoot out their little necks, and they will just grab flying insects right out of the air. Chickens can't do that, but ducks are really awesome at doing that. So they'll keep your fly population down and everything. What's going on here is these guys think I am their mother. They've imprinted on me, you can see. And they're only a few days old, actually. These guys hatched. I hatched them myself. I've raised jumbo Pekins for quite a few years. And these guys are only 3 days old. Coming on 4 days. And they're huge. Look at them. Big, sturdy guys. Beautiful, beautiful. And they just grow so fast. But anyway, when they just hatch, all you gotta do is touch the water, touch the food. And ducks are really easy because their mothers teach them. And that's how you teach your ducklings to eat and drink. Just scratch at the food, scratch at the water. And that's why they're going after my hand, because I got it in here, so they think I'm showing them something to eat there. But, whether you raise them for meat, which ducks are really one of the only birds, out of chicken and ducks that you can grow. Ducks, all ducks grow really fast, but there aren't really any meat chickens that you can continuously hatch yourself that grow really fast. The commercial Cornish crosses are ready to eat in 6-8 weeks, or maybe a little longer. And you can't really breed that. I mean, you can take them and keep eggs, but they eventually decline. You really got to keep them up to date with, out crosses, because their genetics are very weak. But ducks, on the other hand, especially the Pekins, are very strong. They've got very strong bloodlines, very good genetics. So you can raise ducks for meat and have them ready for butcher within that same time frame. These guys aren't for eating. These are future breeders and egg layers. And I've got boy duckies banded in here. Ducks are easy to sex too, in case you didn't know. I'll have to make a video on sexing ducks, but much easier to sex than chickens. So you can separate out your boy ducks and You don't want too many boys anyways, because they do fight, just like roosters. So you eat all your male ducks and keep all your girl ducks for eggs and for hatching new ducks to eat. And you can do that, and every 6 weeks, boom, butcher a group of ducks, and really good. People are afraid of raising ducks for some reason. I don't know why. You know, they're super easy. They're much more disease resistant than chickens are. Chickens can have a lot of diseases that affect them, where ducks are very sturdy. There's not much that bothers ducks. And they grow so fast that even the predators don't really bother them. They're really good at, not being eaten by predators. And unlike chickens, you can take smaller ducks and put them with larger ducks that will protect them from predators. And the larger ducks won't really go after the smaller ones. You can't do that with chickens. You take a little chick or a juvenile chicken and stick it with a group of old hens, and those hens will literally peck their brains out, you know. Ducks are not as violent with each other, I guess we'll say. Ducks are a little more calmer. But hey guys, they're wondering why I'm not feeding them. Look at. So ducks are really an awesome homestead animal. Now they do have their different attributes than, chickens, of course. Like I said, they don't scratch, obviously. Chickens will move them out when you give enough time. Chickens will turn their compost and scratch for bugs, where ducks will catch bugs out of the air, like we said earlier, and they will eat a lot of green. Ducks really eat a lot of green stuff, and if you're keeping them in one spot, they will, of course, eat all your green down. But ducks do absolutely amazing, and they're hungry. I have feed them in a system where you're moving them every day or two, and they'll actually mow your grass. You can just take a hog panel, make it into a circle, put a roof over the top of it, and move that all over your yard. And the ducks will eat the grass, fertilize it, and keep your feed costs down, you know. They do like their water. Ducks like to have a bath, of course. Ducks are very clean. The only thing I tell people about ducks is, if you've got clean water in their pool and their tub, you've got filthy ducks. But if their water, it's a miraculous thing with ducks, guys. If their water is green and slimy and black and stinking and disgusting, your ducks are pure white. It's so funny, because you think the opposite would be true, right? Oh, that guy's looking at me. He's wondering why I was laughing. Look at them. They're curious. And, ducks will be spotless, beautiful white feathers. And they'll be taking baths in the most rank pool water they can find. But that's all right. That, in your homestead situation, your permaculture setup, you just use that to fertilize your plants. Ducks are much awesome in that regard. Where you give them a pool and you just drain that water and you fertilize your plants right with it. And, So, like I said, there's different challenges than raising chickens or quail when it comes to ducks. But they are super easy, and they're awesome. They're awesome creatures. They're pretty. They are different than chickens, obviously. They're very smart. You can see them looking at me and wondering why I'm talking. Look at them. They're very smart birds. They're very sociable birds. Unlike chickens, some chicken breeds they'll recognize you. Some can be really intelligent and they'll recognize you. But most chickens, but ducks seem to be more personable, They really, I don't know, it's just the way they are. But they're awesome birds to raise. You can't beat them for meat. You can't beat them for eggs. And I recommend the Pekin birds. There are, so many different breeds out there. They're all technically the same species, just like chickens. They're just different breeds. But they all grow extremely fast. And I always recommend the Pekins, whether it's the standard Pekin or the jumbo. The only difference is the end size. The jumbo Pekins get a lot larger. But you'll get about 150 to 250 eggs a year off your females. And yeah, the girls are the loud ones, by the way. You know, people, I always think back to that Mythbusters episode where they're trying to see if a duck's quack echoes, and their duck isn't making any noise. Well, that's because they had a male duck. And I don't know if that was on accident or what, but the farmer apparently did not tell them that male ducks don't make a lot of noise. Male ducks go whack, 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 where female ducks will I am greeted with that every morning during feeding time. The girl ducks honking away. And they also do that if anybody they don't know comes in the yard or if there's predators about. So it's not just geese, guys. Ducks are really good for that too. Especially the jumbo Pekins because they get so large. Again, nothing really bothers them. And the drakes, the males, are really good at protecting their girls. I've got like 5 or 6 drakes I keep out of my 40-something girls. And they are really good at protecting the girls, you know. I think my biggest male is probably about 12, 15 pounds. They're big. They're big birds. And really good. He will defend his girls. But anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go here. We got a video here of some cute little duckies just a few days old. And again, jumbo Pekins. Beautiful little ducklings. Really awesome. I really like the ducks. And definitely check them out. They are not something to be afraid of. They're easy to raise. And, you know, they have a spot in your growing food setup. Everybody needs to be growing food. And, you know, fertilizer is expensive. Especially organic fertilizer. So get yourself some little critters that will do all that fertilizing for you. Put them to work. You can have pets even if you don't want to eat them. That eat their eggs, you know. I understand not everybody wants to eat their animals. That's fine. I don't eat a lot of my animals. I love them. And but use them. Put them to work. That's what they're there for. Have them weed up your garden beds. Build an area wherever your garden bed is. Let them weed it and fertilize it. Let them get rid of the bugs. Plant it afterwards and move them to a different spot. And that's what you do. So everybody has to get back to. And ducks are absolutely amazing when it comes to that. Look at, oh, he's mad. She is. That's probably a girl. She's like, you didn't feed us. Look. Are you mad at me? She's mad at me because I didn't give her food. There's a little girl here. I've only got one boy in here. There's 10. There's only one boy. All these girls will be next year's egg layers for me. And he's already the male that will be raised up with them. And he will stay with them for the rest of his life. And these guys will give me lots of eggs and ducklings over the next few years. Alright, see you guys later. Grow food, and sometimes to grow food, you gotta raise ducks. And they're cute, so you know it shouldn't be an issue. Super easy, guys. It is not that hard. So do your research and get into it. Love you. Like, subscribe. See you later.